The pristine valley of Kashmir. The winding city roads. The bobble of the delicate shikara. The snow-capped peaks. A topography that is mesmerizing. Set against the beauty of the valley, Kashmir promised a food trail like no other. Mariam Reshi guided 12 foodies on a journey, which both astounded and excited their palates.
Exhausting, tiring, but really amazing. If it's a teaser of what we can expect through the trail, then it's going to be a really fabulous trip for all of us.
I'm enjoying every bit of it. We've only been here, just a few hours.
The two dishes that look the same but taste so divergent.
Presented by Yatra.com, the Times Passion Trail takes you on a unique culinary trail through Kashmir. So get ready to salivate and entice your taste buds. Srinagar, a heavenly destination that can be a paradise for the palate as well. Guided by the exemplary food expert and critique, Mariam Reshi, 12 food enthusiasts landed in Kashmir ready to explore and understand the various nuances of Kashmiri food. The participants were whisked right from the airport to their one-of-a-kind stay for the night. Ferried across the Nigeen Lake, the houseboats eagerly awaited their occupants.
There's so many things to look at in Kashmiri food. That's what my visitors over here, they are being taken on a trail whereby they see all aspects of Kashmiri food.
The 12 food aficionados were mesmerized by their luxurious abode. Feeling like royalty, even if it was just for a day.
Times Passion Trail with Yatra, the two things, okay, it's this time, okay, you need to give time chasing your passion, and there's sometimes Yatra involved in that.
A scrumptious lunch comprising of typical Kashmiri food was served to them.
Isn't this shameful? I'm eating with a spoon. I should be eating with my fingers. My God, my father would never forgive me.
Thus began the food journey of a lifetime, breaking notions and stereotypes. Kashmiri food came as a real surprise to most, leaving them wanting for more.
I've never eaten loki, and spinach is just so fabulous. It's really, I mean, when I looked at it in the dish, I was like, okay, but it's just really out of the world.
The evening was set aside for a relaxing shikara ride. Allowing the participants to experience the beauty of Kashmir.
I've travelled a lot in the West, not so much in India, so it's my first travel up north. I like the beauty of the mountains with a very rustic look, and these shikaras are such a lovely experience, lying there with all my girlfriends, chilling out, enjoying the mountains.
Now we are over here at this absolutely iconic restaurant called Ahadus.
Ending the day on a yummy note, the trail travelers were taken to Ahadus, one of the first restaurants to open in the Kashmir Valley.
Best food that you can get commercially in a restaurant in the whole of Kashmir right here.
Known to be the connoisseur of the Kashmiri Wazwan, the spread had close to 10 dishes savouring authentic Kashmiri flavours.
So this Magas Methi is absolutely fabulous. I have never tried that before. And that is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, the taste of this. And the haq here is something else. I've tried it in Delhi, I've tried it in Bombay, but it's nothing compared to what I'm getting here.
Ready for another food extravaganza, the participants were up and running at 5 in the morning, all set to embark on their journey, a journey they had never undertaken before. The morning ride on the speedboat took them through the narrow lanes of the Nigin Lake, heading to the famous floating vegetable market on Dal Lake.
All of us have set off in two boats to go to the vegetable market. When we go there, I'll be absolutely breathless. So it's speechless. I've been there dozens of times, but every time it absolutely gives me a high.
This colourful floating market set against the beautiful backdrop marks it as a photographer's haven. On arriving at the destination, it was realized that the aftermath of the floods of 2014 had left their stamp. An empty market greeted the group.
This entire patch of water that you see is the vegetables. It's supposed to be the venue where the vegetable market takes place every day. But because of the floods and because you don't even see very much of growth in the Rad and the Demb, there's absolutely no vegetables.
However, hope was not lost. A steaming hot breakfast comprising of a local Kashmiri bread called lavasa was served on the boats, along with ghee oozing bowls of halwa accompanied by noon chai, a salty hot beverage and a favorite with the locals.
This is typical breakfast bread without which no breakfast is complete in Kashmir. You break off pieces and dip it into your bowl of noon chai.
Initially, from a distance, it looked like naan, and it seemed odd to have naan at 6:30 in the morning. But it was warm and it was not naan, and it was quite rustic. Very exciting, very nice.
I'm learning something new every day.
Lunch was a splendid affair amidst the royalty of Kashmir.
And also to know about the culture, like the way they do it, the taste and what they prefer. Like the Pandits will use some spices while the Muslims will use some other spice.
A typical Dogri preparation greeted the group at Almond Villa, residence of Jyoti Singh, granddaughter of the last king of Kashmir, Hari Singh.
Eating a lot of food. That is my expectation. I'm going to stir this and then sit on the table and eat it. That is what I'm here for.
The meal was doubly enjoyed as the participants got involved in the cooking process, throwing questions at the chef, absorbing a little bit of the art of Dogri cuisine.
डोगरी खाने में सब्जी कम होती है, जैसे चने की दाल हो गई, सौंफ डाल के जैसे ये बनाते हैं, राजमा हो गए, ओरिया हो गया, खट्टा मीट हो गया, कद्दू हो गया.
After a quick rest, Mariam took the eager ones to a local spice market, introducing them to the varieties used in Kashmiri cuisine.
Pinch it between your fingers and now just quickly smell it, and it's selling for 1200 rupees. All this is all dried vegetables of Kashmir.
And giving them a glimpse of the different styles of utensils used in cooking these delicacies. A pit stop at a small dhaba at Khayyam Chowk for dinner marked the end of day 2. Ending on a meaty note of sizzling kebabs and drool-worthy chicken tandoori served with a vast variety of chutneys.
After a day out throughout the city and boating and everything, now we have come out for a dinner. We have entered one of the dhaba in the Khayyam Chowk. We are in a Khayyam Chowk. We are excited about the food being served.
Coming up, a gastronomical treat, a meal specially cooked by a Kashmiri waza, followed by a lavish Muslim wazwan. If you want to experience something similar, log on to yatra.com for interesting packages. The quest for exquisite Kashmiri food continues. And the search is taking them to every nook and corner of the city.
अगर फिरदौस बर्रे ज़मीन अस्त हमी अस्तो हमी अस्तो हमी अस्तो अगर दुनिया में कोई जन्नत है तो वो यहीं पे है यहीं पे है यहीं पे है.
Breakfast was amidst the flourishing blossoms of the botanical gardens. A special treat for the troopers to experience a traditional Kashmiri breakfast that consisted of innumerable baked breads, hirsa, a meat preparation, along with the customary kehwa.
Here we have a whole breakfast laid out. It has hirsa and it has chicken seekh kebabs in it, and as one of the participants said, "You mean Kashmiris eat meat for breakfast?" Yes, they do.
It's very interesting how the Kashmiris have breakfast, especially in winter. So they have an array of breads served with a kind of meat called harissa, which I'm given to understand is out of the leg of a lamb, and then they mince it and then they cook it all night with some masalas, the Kashmiri masalas, traditional.
Renowned cartoonist Sudhir Dar, who was also a part of the group of avid foodies, presented his fellow travelers with a copy of a Kashmiri cookbook written by his father.
It is a masterpiece, you know that. It was the very, very first book published by Penguin on the regional foods of India.
The breakfast was just a precursor to what followed. A sit-down Kashmiri Muslim home lunch was prepared by Waza Fayaz Ahmed by spreading the traditional dastarkhan.
Anybody can go to a restaurant and have wazwan, but going at a waza's place and having food with them was something really great, and it was an experience in itself.
The food was cooked using traditional methods, keeping the rich flavors and legacy of the cuisine alive.
शादी होते हैं या किसी की मंगनी होती है या कोई पार्टी होते हैं उसमें एंजॉय करते हैं लोग वाजवान खाते हैं.
It was now time for an experience to truly savor. A hot plate of Muslim Wazwan for dinner. Wazwan is a multi-course meal in Muslim Kashmiri cuisine, the preparation of which is considered an art and a point of pride in Kashmiri Muslim culture.
This is a real way of serving a wazwan. There's a little bit of chicken, there's tabak mas made from the ribs of the lamb, and there's this gorgeous kofta called rishta, which is made of absolutely well pounded meat, which is pounded until it becomes as silken as it can possibly get.
Being someone who's been vegetarian for the last 15 years, I thought I'd eaten all that that India has to offer in vegetarian. But today when we had that dobi dal and the haq, these are things I've never tasted anywhere ever. So it was a very interesting experience.
And the enchanting Kashmiri folk song and dance added to the flavor.
You have kind of shot yourself in the foot because you've really raised the bar so high. I don't know what you'll do tomorrow.
Leaving the city of Srinagar behind, the food journey made its way to Gulmarg. A 2.5-hour drive transporting everyone to another food haven. Buried under a sheet of fresh snow, Gulmarg promised an exciting lineup.
It's really very exciting to see something like this in India. And yeah, I am a little afraid of the cold, but yeah, I am excited.
People, welcome to Gulmarg. Enjoy.
A gondola ride to Kungdur took the foodies to close to 4,000 meters above sea level.
Reached Gulmarg. We'll be doing the gondola ride. Great, a couple of gondolas have been blocked for us. You can see it down. It's heaven. It's fantastic, and it's such a great addition to just the culinary drive that we've been doing.
Shivering in the crisp cold air, they were all eager to try new things and explore the white sheep. Hot pakoras and kava was made especially for the group.
Lovely.
The pakoras were made using the lotus stem, a staple evening snack in Kashmir.
Thanks to Yatra.com and Times of India, for 2,800 meters we are above and having nadru and pakodes. Lovely.
So this is a fabulous experience, and I don't think we could have got it better. At this height, to have hot kava, hot nadrus.
To the delight of the enthusiasts, it began snowing and they were able to experience the delicate softness of fresh snow on an otherwise spring afternoon. A journey of learning and appreciation. A food extravaganza. An experience that left their palates asking for more.
Just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. You really made it a lot of fun for all of us.
It has been a priceless experience.
I love the Vasa's house the most.
The Times Passion Trail by Yatra.com presented a small token of appreciation to the participants of this one-of-a-kind food trail.
And thank you for giving me such a brilliant experience. And I think I'm taking a true taste of Kashmir.
Mariam was telling me in the morning at breakfast that if we really loved last evening's Vaza dinner, I think the Vaza Pandit dinner is even a level above. So I'm sure it's not close to the end yet.
The last leg of the journey was a Kashmiri Pandit food preparation prepared by Ramesh Kichlu himself, owner of the famous restaurant Samawar in the national capital.
Let me tell you about the dish, what we are making, particularly Kashmiri Pandit families. This is haq. It's green leaves, basically, and it's a simple, not a big deal to make. It's just we prepare on water and few, not a spice, but we put some chilies in it, live chilies, and then boil it. Then comes yellow paneer is favorite in our, whenever we have the marriages and other things. This is a patent dish of yellow paneer of Kashmiri Pandit. Then comes to this lotus stump, we call it nadru. Nadru yakni, we call it. And it is generally occasion again on marriages. But the fantasy of this whole food is that we don't add any garlic or any onion. It is totally different than Wazwan.
Fresh from the night's food-induced slumber, the 12 enthusiasts journeyed back to Srinagar, thoroughly satiated with their experience, ready to come back to soak in more.
Entertainment, sightseeing, food, cultural experience, meeting up with locals, experts, what more can you ask? It's been fabulous. And so well arranged, a very warm and loving team of people, both times and yatra.
Food was fabulous and definitely something that I could not get. But I think more because of Times Group and the Yatra people and Mariam, what has happened is that we've got to do things that we would never ever be able to do.
Technically the trail will culminate, but for us, the passion will continue.
If you want to experience something similar, log on to yatra.com for interesting packages.